Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to these videos. Welcome back to my life and my room, for that matter. I know I've been gone for like 2-ish weeks in terms of like actually being in front of the camera, but I have gotten ready for you guys today. I'm trying to look as dapper as I can. I wore this shirt that's more dressed up than I usually get for these videos. So we're getting back into it. So I'm trying to re-access my brain power of talking. First, let me tell you, I did just release a song. So if you want to check that out, there's going to be a link below. You can go check that out. Would appreciate it. Other than that, not much else I could say. Just been vibing. Let's get into the topic of today. The other day, I put out a story on my Instagram asking people, what is happiness? And I also asked if it's attainable. A lot of people had things to say about that. I found it interesting that a lot of people kind of had their own opinions on this subject. Some people said that happiness is being content with life around you, which I somewhat agree with. Some people said that it's just this unexplainable feeling that you have. Some people said that happiness is when you're doing what you love and the people that you love are around you. Some people said that being happy is when you're chilling on a beach and you're looking at the sunset or sunrise, depending on where you are, which is not wrong. That is a very happy thing. Although I did say I don't like sand, so that maybe would make me a little bit sad, but overall I think I'd be pretty happy. None of those are wrong answers because I think that happiness is a very subjective thing. Or objective, subjective, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. We don't care. I, however, have some views on happiness that I did share on my story as well, but I'd like to share them in this video. So if you'd like to indulge with me, I have a few things to say about what I think happiness is. A lot of people don't know, and a lot of people are chasing it. What I will say in my experience is that I feel that happiness is when you can say that you are content with your life. And that brings up another question for me, which is, can you be happy and unhappy at the same time? And I think that this is a valid question because a lot of times if people were to ask me, am I happy in life? I would probably say, yeah, I'm happy in life. I'm really happy in life. A lot of things are going right for me right now. A lot of things have gone right for me in the past. I'm living fine. I'm getting by in life, all of those things, but then if someone was to ask me if I'm happy, that's a different question because that implies that you're talking about right now. Are you happy right now? And I will tell you that majority of the time I would probably consider myself to not be happy. And that's not me complaining. That's just saying, I deal with depression and I deal with all of that stuff. Sometimes it's hard for me to get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes doing small little tasks feels like I have 2,000 pounds on my back and I'm trying to just get by. So a lot of times I would say, no, I'm not happy, to be honest with you. But if you were to ask me again if I'm happy in life, I would say, yeah, I'm happy. I think that they're on two tracks. That was not, that's not how you say that. I feel like it's on two tracks, right? And there is happiness here and there's sadness here. And I think that they just ride along together. I don't think you can ever be fully happy or fully sad. That brings me to my next thing, which I'm kind of interested if anybody shares this opinion. I read a quote the other day. It's from the book called Fight Club, which I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's such a bro thing to quote. But I still think that the quote is interesting. The quote in the book is, losing all hope was freedom. And I was equating this to losing expectations because I think hope and expectations kind of go hand in hand. If you're hoping, then you have some expectations of what the future should be. In my opinion, I think that's kind of how hope works, right? But I feel like when you go through life expecting things to be a certain way or things to go a certain way, then you sort of forget to take life as it is instead of how you wish it to be. I think that this can put you in an unhappy mind state because you're looking at the things that you wish could be or the things that you hope could be instead of just being like, okay, this is life and honestly, just gonna go with the wind and wherever it takes me, I'm gonna be happy with wherever it takes me. Being willing to accept any outcome that life throws at you. However it is, sometimes it sucks and sometimes it's great. Some people very much disagreed with the statement that losing all hope is freedom. I mean, obviously the quote is kind of depressing. It is a little bit depressing to say, just, plain and simple, it's pretty depressing. A lot of people were like, well, if you don't have hope or like expectations for what the future is going to be, then how do you know where you're going in life? How do you know what you're doing and what for? And that's valid. I understand that. And I agree. I think for a lot of people, it can be hard to know what to do if there's no hope, if there's no expectations, if there's no plan. For me, I almost look at it like, and this is just my philosophy, so like you don't have to accept what I think as your own, but you also don't have to not accept what I think as your own. I'm open to hearing any opinions on this, and maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a right and wrong definition of happiness. But I think that for me, and this might be a little bit of a sad statement, but I don't want you to take it in a sad way, because it's not sad for me, but it might sound a little sad. So just don't take it in that way. But if you've lost everything to live for, then there's nothing that you wouldn't die for. Once you've gotten rid of the expectations of what you think that things should turn out to be, then you're just going to give your all to whatever it is that you think that you should do, because there's no reason not to. But there is also no reason to. But you got to look at one side or the other side of the coin. This is getting into a little bit past what happiness may or may not be. I just thought that quote was interesting. A lot of people did have opinions on it, and I think that a lot of people are also interested in what happiness really is, because at the end of the day, I don't think anyone really knows for sure what happiness is. And it's funny that we have a word that means something that none of us actually know what it is. But at the end of the day, I think that it's okay that life is sometimes sad and life is sometimes happy. And you have to kind of take both as they are. Sometimes there's going to be overwhelming moments of joy, and sometimes there's going to be overwhelming moments of sadness. If there's no extreme sadness, then there's probably no extreme joy. So it's okay to feel low sometimes, and like, as long as you're just taking it how it is, and you're just like, listen, it's a little sad right now, but it's okay, because overall things are happy, and that's okay. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's kind of why I took last week off, because I was feeling a little too low to really give 100. And usually for these videos, I like to be 100% me, and I like to discuss things in a way that is additive and a positive way of adding things to people's lives. And maybe this is a deeper subject than I should be talking about on my channel. Maybe I shouldn't even have brought it up in the first place, but it's what I'm interested in the moment. And I've always said that this channel is a place where I talk about things that nobody else is interested in. So that's what this channel is at this point. I'm just gonna talk about whatever I want to, and if people want to watch, totally cool with me. If you made it to this point, clearly you have some interest in the topic. So I would like to hear your thoughts on this still. If you have any thoughts on this, send me a DM or comment on this video or whatever you want to do. I am curious as to what you think happiness is and what happiness is to you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, would appreciate it if you just give it a thumbs up or comment or subscribe or whatever, all this stupid YouTuber things, whatever you want to do would help me out. Again, I will say that I just released a song, so if you want to listen to that, link below or link in my Instagram bio. There's links all over the place. That's all I got to say. I will see you guys next week. Definitely. I will see you guys next week, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys. I said that like 6 times. Bye. Just got the stick shift pushed up to